Yo, yo.
Well, Dan, congratulations on the victory. I know it's been a bit since we got to talk to you after one of these fights, but I guess what are your thoughts on the stoppage at the end, because that seems to be drumming up the most conversation. Some people thought he was up 2-0. The judges actually had you up 2-0. Just what are your thoughts on the stoppage as a whole?
I mean, I got to watch the fight back, but in the moment, my thoughts were I heard him. I heard him pretty bad. I was ripping his body, and he shot for a takedown, which you never see him do, and I would have probably just kept hitting him. And I don't get to choose when the ref jumps in, so I just keep punching until the ref says stop.
In the fight as a whole, what did you? I know you said it was difficult to find, like 6'4" featherweights in there, and you have to train a lot of welterweights all the way up to light heavyweights. So, I guess how did that fight play out compared to what you were preparing for in there?
Kind of what I expected, just I was in there having fun. I was flowing. I was landing some good shots. He was tricky. Obviously, that guy's got a lot of experience in MMA, but in boxing as well. He had a good time jab, some good feints, good calf kicks, and it was just the game plan was just stay away from that knee and just meet him and punch with him. And eventually, we found our target and landed a big shot and hurt him.
Well, I think even Joe Rogan said in there, Sean was doing this little pitter-pattering boxing that he normally does, and you were looking for the one big punch that could kind of rattle him, and then you would kind of take advantage. Was that the game plan to kind of rock him and finish him, or did you during the fight realize like I'm gonna have to put this guy out if I'm gonna pull this off?
No, I think that's just how I fight, and that's I just utilize my strengths. I'm not going to go in there and pitter-patter with him and be long and lanky. I'm going to go in there and freaking try to knock his head off. And same goes for him. He's not going to go in there and look for big power shots. He's got to do what he does best. And, it worked out in my favor tonight. And that's just the game we play. And, yeah, man, all glory to God. I'm grateful to be sitting here. I'm grateful to be talking to you guys. And it just feels good.
And, he's always said, he views himself as the best boxer in not just the division, but in the UFC. So when you spend that much time in there, is his boxing as good as he's been saying, or is it, just the length that he can take advantage of?
He's really good. He's one of the best in the world, and so am I. I'm the best in the world. And tonight I was the best in the world. And, he's got a bright future ahead. Yeah, I told him that after the fight. It's just a bump in the road. Just keep going. Get back up and go again. You're young, you're talented, you're resilient. Just get back up and go again. It's not what you want to hear right now, but you'll get up and you'll do it again.
And what do you want next for your career? Because you look at the top 15, you've fought in a lot of those guys already. You might have to come up on some of these rematches. I guess, what do you want next for your career? Because a lot of people thought you won your last fight. You even said, I got to remind the rest of the division how exciting these are after Lerone Murphy's last win over Josh Emmett. So I guess, what do you want next for yourself?
Honestly, no one in particular. I just want to keep climbing. I just want to keep winning, keep racking them up, get some momentum again. I want 3 wins. It doesn't matter who. Started tonight with Sean Woodson, but let's get 2 more, and then we'll talk about some big names and whatnot. I mean, if a name comes across the table, I'm not going to say no. I'm going to fight, and that's what I do. That's who I am. I fought the best of the best, and I am one of the best. I've never got blown out of the water. I've lost by inches, and I've also just lost to other people's opinions. I've never got smoked or I don't know. I just want to fight. It's what I do. It's what I love. That's how I provide for my family. God gave me talents and gifts, and I'm using them to the best of my ability and going out there every day and just giving my best effort in and out of the gym, in my life, being a good role model for my family. And that's it, man. That's all I can ask for.
In a perfect world, how many fights do you have this year?
It's April, so I can fight 2 more times. Will I get 2 more? I don't know. For sure I'll get 1 more.
I feel like they owe you.
I don't expect anything from anyone. It's just like I don't have that entitled mentality. But if you guys say that, you go ahead and tell the UFC that. But I'll be ready. Gonna go back, take a little time, rest with my family, celebrate, go to Disneyland, eat some churros, and then get back to it.
And then just last one for me. I'm sure you've been asked this before, but a big addition to your division in Aaron Pico just got signed to the UFC. What do you make of his name being now thrown into the mix? And I'm sure you've seen him before, but what do you just make of his skill set as a whole?
Yeah, Pico, Pitbull. I mean, two studs, right? It's great. I think we need it. We need the world's best fighters, and they're two of the world's best. And again, I wish them all the best. And yeah, that's it.
Dan, right here. Congrats on the win. You obviously have history with Diego, who is in the main event tonight. Of course, that crazy short notice fight at UFC 303. But how do you think he does against Volk?
I think he has a good chance. Especially in the first 3 rounds, he's dangerous. He imposes a lot of chaos, brings chaos to the fight, and he's powerful and he's big. And I think he could hurt Volk, but Volk's really smart. And obviously one of the best featherweights to ever do it. And I'll be watching as a fan.
Obviously, you gained a lot of fans just from doing that and a ton of credibility and everything else that goes with it. Not that you didn't have it already, but would you ever do that again?
I'll do it tonight. If someone falls out, I'll do it tonight.
You got a featherweight fight right now?
Who's fighting? All right.
Great answer. Thanks.
Thank you.
Dan, you've been best friends with your wife for 20 years. What's the biggest lesson you've learned from Savannah that's helped you in your fighting career?
Shoot, I don't know. That's a hard one to answer. I might get in trouble. Marriage isn't perfect, and relationships aren't perfect, and they all take work. And again, we've been best friends, but we've been through rocky roads. We've been on the mountain. We've been in the valley low, and I can't give you any particular advice, but as far as relational advice, it just takes two, and it takes 100% from both. Even when I have nothing, she still has to give 100. When I have everything and she has nothing, I give 100. We pick each other up. She's my rock. I rely on her a lot. I love her dearly, and she's a big part of my success. And I probably wouldn't be where I am today without her, just because we're a team, and she holds it down. She really does hold it down. She's a stay-at-home mom. She takes care of my 2 kids, and that's not an easy job. I don't know if anyone has kids, but leave me with my kids for 1 weekend just alone, and I'm going crazy. It's hard. It's not an easy job. I love my kids, and my wife does it day in and day out so I can live my dream and train and provide for my family, and I love her.
And obviously you're a family man. You spend a lot of time at your gym, Extreme Couture, as well. Do you give your teammates advice when they become new parents, and because you guys spend a lot of time together?
Yeah. You just got to live by example. I'm not like trying to go out there and tell anyone what to do, but I have a lot of friends. Like Julian Arosa just became a dad. He won tonight. His wife and my wife are friends. Puna Soriano's having a baby soon. Again, we all grew up together, so it's cool to. It's kind of cool. And then there's a lot of other up and comers that all have kids, and my kids get to train with their kids, and it's awesome, man. It's cool to see Brad Tavares, 2 beautiful girls. Just everyone's got kids, man, and we're all getting older and raising up the next generation of killers.